Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Stock Trade. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about a couple of things and conglomerate a couple of topics. There's a lot going on in the market, a lot of earnings that happen that we need to also go over, but just a couple things that we need to talk about here. So the earnings report for Clover is going to come out on Monday, right? November 7th. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 5 p.m. Eastern, which would make it 3 hours before my time, right? So, a couple of things of what I'm looking for in this regard. So, we're going to be talking about Clover, Elon Musk, China, and as well as Fed's predictions and the jobs report that just came out right now. All right. So, in terms of Clover, these are the things that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the net income. I want to see, are they slowing down their net burn rate? That's number one. Number two, I'll be looking at the free cash flow and MCR. I want to know, is the Clover Assistant doing its job in order to essentially decrease the medical cost ratio? Okay. How you doing, Mr. Robinson? Hello, hello, hello. Yes. So what I want to do is I want to look at that, and then I also want to see is their revenue on track, and is their bottom line with the EPS on track as well. Now, these are the things that I want, if they can, answered. If they were to become positive and net income positive and free cash flow positive tomorrow, what are the necessary steps that is needed to be done in order for that goal to be achieved? So let's say they have, I'm going to just make this number up, 500 Clover lives under managed. They would, how many more lives do they need in order to essentially break into that positive territory? Now, obviously, they have more than 500, but I'm just giving you a smaller number to work with mentally, right? Because it's early in the morning. So I want to know that. Secondly, or thirdly, or whatever it is, I also want to know hear from the chief financial officer, the CFO. Remember, we got a new CFO. And I want to learn more from him in what is his goals with Clover Health. And obviously, what is his going to be his primary focus? Obviously, become profitable, but I want to know, what does he see from his experience? And that'll be good because Wall Street analysts are also going to be listening to this. So there's that. Okay. He had it 3 months in. He should have some form of an input now in this publicly traded company. Okay. So there's that. Um, and then other things I would like to talk about is within our dark pool data, I have been seeing some discrepancies. I've been seeing things that are really weird. And it seems to me that a lot of dark pool trades now are synthetic. So there's a lot of synthetic shares within the dark pool, which I find interesting. I don't understand why, because the stock has been beaten down. I don't know how low can it get before these types of behaviors are removed from this type of stock. My understanding is until they become free cash flow positive and net income positive, then Wall Street will leave it alone. And also when retail fully capitulates. So that's essentially what oh yeah, daylight savings time. I need to look at the calendar. I need to just recheck, but I think we're behind 3 hours now. I think I gotta check. And then after that, we're going to be meeting in our bi-monthly meeting within that week, most likely on the weekend. So now let's talk about Elon Musk. So Elon Musk has been doing a lot of changes at Twitter. He's actually being sued right now by the people that he fired for not giving them a 2-week notice. I think in California it's required, I think. I'm not too sure. But he's getting sued. There's a lot of layoffs happening right now as he's just trying to decrease the cost, excuse me, of the business as a whole. He's also appearing to mandate workers to work in person rather than the remote work environment that Twitter had before. Likewise, Musk is fully tackling the bot issue on Twitter. There's a lot of bots. It's just disgusting how many bots there are on Twitter. There's a lot of fake followers, and there's a lot of just it's really bad. And this needs to be fixed. And the best way to fix it is by, I think, initiating a premium $8 service, which was what he's doing. This also will help with the verification process. For me, I find it weird that a parody Trump account can get verified, but an actual small business cannot. And it had in a lot of these from under the ground, there's been a lot of hey, if you pay $18,000 or $20,000, I will verify you. And people with inside the Twitter network have been engaging in these deals and making money because the Twitter verified badge has become a status symbol, when in regards it should be as a verify symbol to authenticate that this business is not a scam business, that it actually exists. So he's fixing that, which is good. Likewise, if you remember a couple days ago, I made a video about Chinese stocks. Someone told me, and someone specifically stated, I lost you in China. I don't believe in China. And, I get it. Their numbers are somewhat cooked, and you really got to be careful on essentially how you look at China, right? And I get that, but the thing that's important is we specifically showed a graph from before and regarding to what is happening in the Chinese market. And if you remember the graph I showed you, Tencent was remember I told you that Tencent, the behemoth, when they initiate a stock buy repurchase program, like last time they did 10 years ago, they correctly identified a bottom. So they're never mistakenly wrong when they do stock repurchase buybacks. Okay? So if someone sells stock, we don't know why they sold. It could be a divorce, it could be some medical health care bill, or they just want to relax and retire. But we know exactly one reason why people want to buy stocks. It's because they want to lose money. I'm just kidding. They want to make money. All right. There's a little joke. Like, what? Right. Let's just wake you up to make sure you guys are paying attention. So why am I talking about China right now? And why do I have a Chinese flag next to our beautiful American flag? Right. No offense to all my people from China. I love you guys. Okay. But, just a little joke. But they are rallying right now. Chinese stocks are rallying. And they're rallying in anticipation that they are going to essentially have an open rally. Okay. And we need to pay close attention. Also, on the negative side, though, this is a positive news. That's why you're going to see a lot of Neo stock, a lot of Baba stock start rallying. Okay, if you haven't already seen that already. Okay, we talked about it last week. You feel me? All right. Again, it's always good to be before the herd. Okay, so no, but here's the thing. The investment grade Chinese real estate bonds have dropped 23% in the past month. 23%. So just be careful with the housing sector in China. Now, in terms of the Federal Reserve prediction, we need to talk about the Feds here. So the letter that they gave out to the people was extremely, I would say, close to dovish. Not bad. But then one stupid newscaster was like, "Hey, stocks are going up on the news," and then the Fed guy Jerome Powell went ahead and he like squashed it. Like he made sure to kill an ant. Like he didn't just squish the ant. He took off his tie, took off his jacket, rolled up his sleeves, and started just literally jumping up and down on the ant. And then he went ahead and grabbed a hammer and he literally destroyed the concrete where that ant resides. He made sure that he wanted the market to go down. Okay. But here you have to look at it both ways. He says one thing, you always have to think of others. Okay. So number one, he said that, we're going to continuously monitor. It's very clear right now that the 75 basis point hike, then it was 50, then 25. Now people are saying that we may be approaching a federal funds rate of greater than 4.6%, most likely over 5%. He says that essentially, remember how he said he doesn't want to crash the market? Now his tune is changing. Now he says that it's okay. I'm just, making this in plain English because he's talking in academics, right? Which I do that every day for 12 hours a day. So we're going to dumb it down here. He pretty much said, I will crash the crap out of this market. I will crash the crap out of this market. But don't worry, I will turn on the money printers and we're going to go burr again. So we have that. Don't worry. But this was, the whole purpose of price stability is I don't know, do your thing, Mr. Jerome Powell, do your thing. But here's the thing. He wants inflation to go down. I speculate he was poker facing us and potentially we may see a 50 basis point hike and then the market will rally. Okay. So it's still early. The reason why I say that and I still somewhat allocate a certain level of probability within this is very simple. I personally believe that the federal government can't afford to pay these abnormous interest rates. They're going to have to down-regulate the money allocated within the military. And obviously, out of all the years you don't want to pay for your military, you don't want to do it now. Okay? So we'll pay attention and closely monitor this. Lastly, the jobs report, non-farm payroll, as you can see in the bottom of the screen, grew by 261,000. However, the unemployment rate moved higher to 3.7. I would say the Feds will be satisfied with around 4 to 6%. 6% is too high. I would think they would stop at 5 to 5.5% unemployment rate. Okay. In terms of going back to Clover, please take a look at Chamath Palihapitiya. This is the time when he's going to start buying again, I think, if he is going to buy. So let me just double check very quickly here to look at Clover on our private stock group here. Give me one moment. Last time he sold was October 3rd. So it's either going to be today or tomorrow when you might start seeing some buying. He might wait, try to psych people out, drops, then slowly collects. I don't know his intentions. Maybe he may be fully out. In the next couple of days to months, we are going to see if that's the case. All right, guys. Someone stated that Vivek hinted. Well, comment down below where was this hinted seen, and then I'll go ahead and take a look at it, and then I'll offer some remarks. But yeah. All right, guys. Hopefully this was a good, informative little podcast here. Oh, good. Thank you. Yes. So I have been telling my residents and my attendings that on Monday I will just take a small little conference break to go ahead and do this. Since we are democratizing financial information, I do believe it falls under trying to decrease barriers between the haves and have-nots of our society. So I will definitely, as of now, it's a yes. And I'm going to be putting that up probably on the weekend. Okay. All right, guys. Lastly, we are having a Black Friday sale. There's a early Black Friday coupon, Black Friday on the below. Understand that this will be the lowest prices that the Mastering Stock Market course will ever be, and take advantage because this will be ending towards the end of Black Friday. All right, guys. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you on the next one.